I am Liam Shelton, and today I'm meeting with a member of the Indiana National Guard. His name is Douglas Alexander, and he is clinically depressed. Unfortunately, no one in any military service can be on, how they describe it, mind-altering medication. So Alexander has to face his problem without proper help. For him, every day is a new challenge.
I'm 21. I'm a junior criminal justice major, and I've been in the military for 3.5 years. I've got a family history of depression. I had not experienced it, so I thought I was the lucky one who didn't have to deal with that, but it hit me this past summer. Depression is a known issue in the military, but nobody likes to address it. It's definitely one of those things where it's very iffy how people are going to feel about it. Some people in the military think that you're just being a bitch if you're depressed and you just need to get over it, whereas other people who have actually gone through things, they might see things differently. I didn't address it because I didn't want to address it. Nobody wants to address it. Depression is very stigmatized in the military, so I did not want to tell anyone. I told a few close friends, but that was about it. And then I realized, okay, if I get on a prescription, I have to report that. So with my doctor, I was working on taking in a lot of non-prescription stuff, which isn't nearly as effective as taking prescription medications. I was taking like 13 different things, just trying to deal with this, not having the military find out.
Since Alexander has to work around the National Guard's policy, he won't be able to take proper medication for his depression until his contract with the military is up. This means that he'll have to continue taking multiple pills every day instead of one just to feel normal.
Frankly, I was pretty much useless at everything before I started taking my medication. I can understand why you wouldn't want somebody in a leadership position in combat who's depressed. They're not going to be as effective as somebody who isn't. And if you're overseas and you miss your dose of medicine, you can't just go get a refill. I would say that there's a lot of people in the military that are probably struggling with depression. I've seen people in ROTC that have clear signs of depression, but because they're in the military, nobody wants to address it, so instead they're just alcoholics.
Alcoholism is a common effect that people who are depressed face on a regular basis. For Alexander, there are a few days where he feels like he can't get through his morning without a little in his coffee.
People in the military are taught that they need to be you gotta be manly, you have to have this bravado. Because of that, nobody wants to admit if there's an issue with anything. I think that's part of the reason why PTSD leading to suicides happen so often.
Since Alexander got diagnosed, he has worked endlessly to counteract his own mental health. And through the help of his family and friends, he's hopeful that he'll get his degree, finish out his 2 years in the Army, and finally be able to get the help he needs. For News 221, I'm Liam Shelton reporting.
We're cutting like knives in a fist fight.